Okay, I want to show you some other things you can do with your screenshots, not just for competitions. You might want to make a screenshot of a problem you're having with your game, or just something you want to show in group, or there's a lot of different things you can do. For instance, this purple meter here, if you go right to the very end, that shows you how many points that you need to make to complete that meter, so that you can move into the next portal. Or maybe I want to show that I have 3 stars in this level. Or I might want to show who else is on that level or has completed that level. It only shows the top 4. But anyways, I'm going to point my cursor on this last bubble, and we'll see what let's make sure the number shows. And I'll take my screenshot and put it in Paint. And I'll show you some of the different things you can do. How to crop it out so you don't have to put in the whole picture. The first thing you have to do is click Paste, and then click Save, because you want to give it another name so that you can remember it and it's stored in your files. Make sure you have correct spelling, and again, as I've told you before, you save in a JPEG format. Okay, now we're ready to crop. Your whole screenshot's there. We don't need all of this posted in the group. You might just want to have the whole pic, what you like. Let's maybe have all crowns or something like that. In order to crop, though, you have to make sure the select is on, is marked in yellow. Sometimes it is clear. So that has to be on. Then you go and crop out the portion of the picture that you want to show. Outline it. I hope you see the dotted lines here. Okay? Then go back up and click on Crop. There's your picture. Now, you can do it just like that. You can write in it. You can draw lines. You can use circles. Over here's all the different colors you can use. I'm going to use yellow to mark this up. Here's all kinds of shapes. We've got lines. Now these straight lines can be used straight, the angles, whatever you want. We've got circles, and that's one thing I'm going to do. Is I want to circle this last circle in the meter, okay? Make it as small or big as you want, okay? You can underline something, like maybe I want to underline this. I can put that in yellow, or if I don't want to underline it, maybe I want to put a box, or there's a rectangular box. Here's one that's rounded at the corners. I might want to do this so that that's seen. I can do it in a different color. If I don't click on that, all I have to do is just change the color. Look at that. It changes automatically, see? Now, we'll go back, because I don't want to do that either. I'm just showing some different things you can do. Now, here's an arrow. I can check and see. No, I'm not going to use that arrow, and I'll tell you why, because it's not exactly where I want to put it. You can make it as big, as long, as wide. You can even fill it in. I'm not going to show you how to do that, because it's really not that important. I don't like that. It takes up too much room. I'm going to draw my own arrow right here. Just a little one. Okay, good enough. Maybe I'll underline that. I can even write on this picture. Okay? I can write on it. A is for text. Click here. Alright. You have to click before you can see all your options. You can change the type. I'm writing in Arial right now, but you can change that text, and you can make it look like however you want. You can also change the font size. Right now I have this in 20 because I'm writing. You can do it in a bigger picture. You can do it bigger. When we do our guides, we do them in 48, so it really shows up. Let's see how this shows in, we'll do it in 22. We'll see if that's too big. So, if you've changed it, you'll need to click out so that you can go in and get the right size. This is 22. And I'm going to write here something like, points needed to fill meter. So I need it. Now if I want it all on one line, oh gee, there's a little thing here. You can see I can pull this out until it goes up. Whoop, it's not far enough. There. But I don't like it. I can also move it up a little so it shows. Lots of things you can do. Then I click again on the outside of that box, and there it is. Now, I'm going to save that, and I can use it just like that. But sizing is really important. We don't like them too big or too long. So if you want to change the size of your picture, if you blow them up too much, they have a tendency to get fuzzy. You're better off keeping it just the way it is. But let me see how big this picture is. We use pixels. Go over to pixels. This picture is a little over 300 wide, 200 long. That's great. You don't like them longer than 400 to 500. I mean, if you're doing a whole screen, where you're plopping out the whole game, 500 is the max that we like you to use. That's what we use in our full layout pictures. So that's the max. 400 is a good size. This is a good size. It doesn't need to be smaller. It doesn't need to be bigger. It's perfect, just the way it is. So now that I've resized it, or even though I've opened it and not changed it, I still need to click Save. And that picture's ready. So that if you want to go into, if you want to go back in the group and post that, that's a very easy thing to do. And I believe I showed you how to post in another video. You can write something in here. I'm not going to write right now. We're just going to put in our picture. There we go. This is what I want. That's what I titled it. Click on it, make sure it's blue, open it up. You can write in here points needed to, but you don't have to because you already wrote it in the picture. You know, you don't really have to. But I'm going to go ahead and post it just to show you what size that picture will look up at. Look, there we go. How's that? That's the picture. That's exactly how it's going to look in group. And that's what we did. So that just goes to show you all the different things you can do with your program. Check it out. Like I say, there's different colors, different shapes, different sizes of text. And there's a lot of things you can do. I hope this has been helpful for you. Thanks.